Hey guys, what's up? It's ET from Saga, the game that takes you on a musical journey down memory lane. I'm here on day 26 of playing 30 cards in 30 days. I had a couple of days off to deal with some shipping issues. The good news is games are coming. If you're in America, they landed yesterday, and if you're in Australia, they'll be here really soon. So in time for Christmas for sure. So super excited about that. Anyway, today's card is Broke as fuck. Yeah, broke as fuck. So this card reminds me of a time in my life when I lived in a place called Wrightsville Beach, North Carolina. And it was really fun, kind of party town. It was early in my collegiate career before I actually figured out what I wanted to be doing with my life. And I had kind of just gotten out of high school and was just starting college, and I was super broke. I can't remember why I didn't have a job. I was like in between jobs, and I was literally like pawning things to buy like 8 for $1 ramen noodles to eat and like 4 for $1 Zip Mart hot dogs, which is like the local 7-Eleven, but worse hot dogs. And you know, I remember like my dad was gonna send me money and it never came, and I had to take my things and go to the pawn shop, and it was just a terrible, terrible time in my life, and I was really, struggling. And, it wasn't even about like, how am I going to pay the rent? I was like, what's for dinner? And luckily for me, I had applied for a job at a restaurant, doing cocktails behind the bar, and at a place called Papagayos, which is like this local little Mexican place. And the day after I pawned, like, I think it was like a radar detector, I started the job, and made like, I think I made like $200 in cash that night in tips. And I was so stoked. I went back to the pawn shop and paid to get my radar detector back, which the guy who worked at the pawn shop was like, dude, this never happens. And I was like, awesome, get it. So I got my radar detector back and I sped home. And that night we went to this bar, famous place in Wilmington, North Carolina. I just spaced the name of it. Great music venue. And we went out to go see a band called Modern English, who you probably know for that song that goes, I'll stop the world and melt with you. Do, do, do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Anyway, that's the song, Modern English, I'll Stop the World and Melt with You. And the story is scraping through poverty and getting my bartending job to make enough money to eat and drink and enjoy myself at that concert. Which, funnily enough, one of the funny things that happened at that concert was the lead singer was making a big deal of drinking Jim Beam out of a bottle. And then I forget how we found it out, but we found out it was iced tea in the bottle, and he was just like faking it for the crowd, which makes perfect sense. How many nights a week can you drink a full bottle of Jim Beam on stage? But anyway, we were like, he's a fraud, but he rocks. But he's a fraud, but he rocks. Anyway, if you're having fun watching me make a fool of myself and tell stories, drop me a note in the comments. Share your broke as fuck moment if you have one, and song. I'd love to hear from you. And games are here. Games are in stock, and you can order them now for Christmas. And if you go on the website, we even have a 6 for $5 package special. So like, perfect Santa Claus situation. Pay for 5, get 6, keep one for yourself, give 5 away to friends. Awesome sauce.